this is Badassatron bringing you Lego Transformers Service. I was, a couple days ago, I was binge watching a bunch of Student Scissors videos, and there was this one Transformer that just really piqued my interest, and that Transformer was Sunroof. So Servus here is kinda just a ripoff of Sunroof. I don't want to say ripoff, but he is very heavily inspired by Sunroof. I tried, but I didn't want to make like a complete clone, so here he is in his pickup truck mode. He's a very tiny 3-wide truck with a camper trailer, just like Sunroof did. He's got this very skinny grill. Some people might not like it. I think it's a nice little detail though. Turning him to the side, there's a bunch of exposed hinges, and the head is actually very visible here. It does act as the trailer hitch, so because of that, it's very clearly seen here. Though I don't mind too much. Coming over to the back with the camper van, it has taillights, so that's cool. This guy doesn't have taillights, unfortunately. I probably could have built them in, but I just I didn't want to. Coming back, taillights. Honestly, I don't have much to say about this guy, other than the fact that the cab of the truck doesn't peg in, so it will probably misalign a lot. And for those who care, here is the bottom. Let's see if I can, there we go, bottom. Size comparison, here we have it next to a minifigure. Who's falling over, please stand. Thank you. All I have to say about vehicle mode, so let's get rid of the trailer and transform. Okay, transforming Servus. We're gonna take these back panels here, and it'll fall off, please. They will extend out like that. Shift upwards on this they're kind of double hinged, I suppose. And then they can swerve out to the sides like that. Then we can take the head, rotate it 180 degrees, and flip it down there for now. Coming over to the cab of the truck, this part, the front parts of the sides of the truck will fold down, then again fold back up. Many double hinges here, and they will very carefully spread out like that. Then we can take the middle section of the truck. I didn't spread them out enough. We are spreading them, what will be the legs, just enough so that the middle part of the truck can turn 180 degrees. Then we can turn them back. Rotating him, because this is what will be the front of the robot mode. These parts will rotate forward to what will become the arms. The windshield will rotate 180 degrees. Do the same on the other side. That will become a foot. You can fold this up. Close his shoulders inwards. Get him standing, please. And there we have Servus in his robot mode. Now there's a bunch of anti-studs used here, so I tried to find as many black pieces as I could find. So it's harder to see all those anti-studs, but if I hold him up, you can see it's a lot more visible. Pretty ugly. I could have used the back, but I kind of reserved that for something else. Subtle foreshadowing, yippee. Anyways, Servus is robot mode. It's a simple little bot. There's not much kibble. Everything effectively kind of merges into the robot. Only thing I can really complain about is maybe the middle windshield just kind of hanging there, but I honestly don't think it looks too bad. Here we have the next one, minifigure. Here's again, oh my god, minifigure. Now for articulation, the head can look up, not so much down, and can look left and right. The shoulder can move out and in. There's this, it can rotate kind of like that. I suppose if you have his arms like that, then you have regular shoulder forward and back movements. But I prefer to keep it here because it gives the illusion that the wheels kind of make up the shoulders. The arm can, there's another joint at the shoulder, which the arm that can move backwards. It can move forward with if you wanted it to move forward, you can move the wheel, but again, shoulder illusion. And at the elbow, it can only really move out and in. And there's a wrist swivel, but I don't know why you'd use it because he has no pronounced hands. At the legs, they can move forward and back, rotate left and right. The foot, he's got this kind of weird knee that can technically move back, but it's attached really far back. Although I suppose it's not that weird, but with how I have them displayed, it kind of ruins the illusion of the leg. And the feet can swivel. Technically, because of how they're attached, you do have ankle pivots, but you have to stretch out the leg to do that. And again, solid leg illusion. I'd say it's decent enough articulation. You can get into some poses. His legs are pretty well articulate, but only if you don't mind his legs being not complete solid blocks. His arms are kind of where the robot falls apart. I think they're a little too small, a little too stubby. But that's not all I have to say about him, because remember, he is rip-off Sunroof. So he does have a trailer that turns into a pair of pants. So again, it's time to transform. For simplicity's sake, I'm going to transform him into his combined mode from his robot mode. So we're going to take the head, it's going to look up, spin around along the arms, they'll do the same, spin around, and we can shift them up just for clearance sake. You're going to take the legs, these will split out, again, clearance, and the top windshield part is going to rotate around. Coming back to the legs, this part will move forward just so that this wheel right here can rotate 180 degrees. The windshield will do this as well. And we can fold it as if it were in truck mode. We can do the same thing over here, move that out, rotate the wheel up, move the windshield, and fold. And kind of angle it up a little bit. Move the arms back. And finally, we can shift this piece of the windshield. And here is the top half of the combined mode. For the camper trailer, we're going to come to the bottom. There's these two pieces Just like Sunroof, we're going to take them off. These will become combined mode hands. Set them to the side. This piece will fold back in. The top part of the camper van will fold down. We can rotate this out, flip that up, rotate it back to become feet. Split this in half and rip off his ankle in the process. Lower this piece down, and here we have his legs. Finally, we're gonna take the hands, plug them in like so. Take the head of Servus, connect it to the trailer hitch. Get him situated, move the camera back, and there is Servus in his combined mode. We have Servus in his combined mode, which I'm going to call Dominus. Dominus here is, well, the legs are very clearly a ripoff of Solar Tress, which was Sunroof's combined mode. But I think he looks different enough that it's not necessarily a ripoff and more so just inspired, hopefully. The top half transforms fairly differently. In Solar Tress, Sunroof's legs became the arms, his arms became shoulder pads, and his robot mode head stayed the robot mode head. With Dominus, the head ends up becoming some sort of waist plate, the arms become the arms, the legs become shoulder pads, and that super huge middle waist thing ends up becoming Dominus's head. That is my favorite part of the transformation. With most of my Transformers, my heads have been very boring. I think the only one whose head wasn't just a couple of blocks stacked on top of each other was Devastator, but that wasn't my own design. This one is, and I love it. It's such a unique, weird shape. Anyways, here he is with a minifigure, so you can see he is leagues taller. Now this guy has not as much articulation as I would have liked, but still plenty enough for you to feel satisfied. His head can move up, and now it can look down and left, and his head crest fell off, and can look left and right. His shoulder pads can move up. But you got to be careful because they're only really attached by one singular stud. If you move his shoulder pads, his arms themselves can move up a little bit. They can still move forward and back, but they still got that weird elbow. And now you can finally actually make use of the wrist swivel since he now has hands. His leg fell off. Oh my god. Speaking of legs, he's got a waist swivel. Hooray. His leg! Please. His legs can move forward and back. He can move, his waist can actually, he has an ab crunch. His thighs can move left and right a little bit, mainly because of this tile kind of getting in the way. His knees got a 90-degree bend, but nothing really forward. At the feet, you've got technically an ankle pivot, I guess. It's really not the ankle, more so is the toe, and plus it doesn't go the direction people typically want their ankle pivots, so I don't think you'd be using that much. But yeah, you can get him into some poses, but because of his limited arm articulation, there's really not much you can do, which really disappoints me, because this guy looks like this guy would be just so much better if you could get him in poses. But that's all I have to say about the Servus and Dominus, so I will see you in the next one.